Hello soulmates, I welcome you all back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'll be showing you guys how to make this stylish bustier dress with gathers. So if you're new here, highly welcome. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment and also share. And to my current subscribers, thank you guys for your support. I appreciate your effort. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into the pattern drafting. So I'm gonna to chop down my vertical measurement. I have my bust line, my under bust line, my waistline and then the hip line. So this particular dress is divided into three sectors. We have the upper part, the waist to hip part and then the gathers part. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and chop down half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. From that 8 inches I'll come down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope, and from the 1 inches I'll come down by 8 inches for my armhole. After that I'll connect from my shoulder slope down to my armhole. So next, I'll measure from my shoulder down to my armhole point. I have 9 inches. I'll choke it down on this side so I can have a straight line over here. And this line here is my chest line, okay? My chest line. So next, I'll choke down my basic neck width of 3 inches. And I'll connect it down to my shoulder slope this way. And this is what I have, okay? So next, I'll go ahead and divide my armhole into 2. I'll get the midpoint. From the midpoint, I'll come in by 0.5. Then I'll go ahead and connect it this way to the upper part. Next, I'll divide my bust circumference by 4. My bust is 40 divided by 4, I have 10. Then I'll use my curve ruler to connect it this way. Next, I'll go ahead and chop down half of my nipple to nipple measurement. My nipple to nipple is 8 inches divided by 2, I have 4. I'll chop it down from the bust line down to the hip line. After that, I'll connect it straight line this way. Next, on both sides of my under bust, I'll come out on both sides by 1 inches. On my under bust, on my waistline and also on the hip line. Then I'll connect them together this way. After that, I'll go ahead and connect from my under bust to my bust point this way using my curve ruler. So next, I'll be making use of a shoulder dart. I'll go ahead and get the midpoint of what I have here. Okay, then I'll connect it down to my bust point. And this is what I have, okay? So next, from the chest line, I'll come up by 1.5 inches. This is where I want my bustier to stop. You can go ahead and come up by 2 inches if you want to. But here I'm making use of 1.5 inches. Then I'll connect a straight line. Next, on both sides of this point, I'll come out on both sides by 0.75. Okay. Then I'll connect it down to this point. Connect the both sides down to my bust point. And this is what I have, okay? So next, I'll go ahead and check the circumference of my body. Bust divided by 4. Then I'll mark out what I have here, okay? Then I'll replace it back. So I'll repeat the same measurement on my bust line. My under bust divided by 4, I will chalk it down. Plus this dart here, I will replace it back. My waist divided by 4, I will chalk it down. Plus this dart, I will replace it back. My hip line divided by 4, I will chalk it down. Plus this dart, I will replace it back, which is 2 inches. After that, I'll go ahead and connect them together this way. All the way to my hip line. And this is what I have, okay? This is what I have. So next, from the chest line on this point, I'll come up by 0.5. This is because this is sleeveless. You don't want your armhole part to be too open. So go ahead and come up by 0.5 and then connect it this way. Okay, and this is what we have. So next, for our side dart, from the bust line, I'll come down by 1 inches. So for your side dart, is the difference between your shoulder to waist of your front and that of your back. And of course, your front will be bigger because of your bust, okay? So my shoulder to waist of my front is 17, while my back is 16. So 17 minus 16, I have 1 inches. That is for my side dart, okay? So next, from the waistline, I'll come down by 6 inches. I'll come down by 6 inches from the waistline. Then I'll connect a straight line. Connect a straight line. So this part is no longer needed. So right here we have two parts, okay? We have from the shoulder to the waistline and then from the waistline to this point. So now I'll go ahead and measure from the shoulder, okay? I'll measure from my shoulder to this point. There is this point, okay? What I have here is 24 inches. I will chalk it down because you might not see this 24 inches from your full length to get the gather's length, okay? So let's continue cutting it out. So at this point, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe, okay? So now I'll go ahead and open up my side dart, then I'll blend it back this way, okay? Connect it back to this point, then cut it out. So this part, I'll go ahead and cut out my dart, then I'll close it up, okay? I'll place a paper under it and I'll close it up to become warm. Then go ahead and cut it out this way. And this is what we have. We have the upper part and then the middle part of it, okay? This is the front part. Make sure you add 0.5 seam allowance round, 0.5 round. And this part, cut this part on fold. And also this part, okay? So let's go over to the back part. So here I'm going to have to chalk down my vertical measurement. I have my bust and then the waistline and also my zip allowance, okay? So for the back, I'll be stopping at the waistline for the back. I'll be using this part to cut out my back, okay? So I'll just go ahead and stop at the waistline for the back. Then I'll use the down part of the front to cut out my back part, okay? So now I'll chalk down half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. And from that point, I'll come down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope. And from the 1 inches, I'll come down by 8 inches for my armhole. After that, I'll connect them together this way. So next, I'll measure from the shoulder to my armhole point. What I have there is 9 inches. I'll chalk it down on this side, okay? So you can have a straight line, which is your chest line. Chest line. So next, I'll go ahead and chalk down half of my nipple to nipple measurement from the chest line down to my waistline. Then I'll connect a straight line. Next, on both sides of this line, that is on my waistline, I'll come out on both sides by 0.5, okay? Then I'll connect it back to my bust point. So next, I'll go ahead and chalk down the circumference of my body. Bust divide by 4, I'll chalk it down on my chest line and also on my bust line. Waist divide by 4, I'll chalk it down. Plus this 1 inches that, I'll replace it back. After that, I'll go ahead and connect them this way. And this is what I have, okay? So from this side, I'll come up by 0.5, same thing I did on the front pattern. Then I'll blend it into my chest line so that the both sides will be equal while sewing. So next, on my waistline, okay, on the waistline, to eliminate zipper bulge, I'll come in by 0.75. Then I'll connect it this way to the upper part. Okay, then extend my chest line to that point, and this is what I am. So this is all for the back pattern drafting. I'll go ahead and cut it out this way. Then cut out this part, and this is what I have. Okay, so I'm using this down part of the front to cut out my back part. Okay, just go ahead and measure out what you have on this point, then you add it to this side as your zipper allowance. Okay, what I have here is 1.25. I took out 0.75 from it, so I have 1.25. So I'll add 1.25 on the down part as my zipper allowance. And please make sure you add your sewing allowance. Okay, so now for the strap, once you are done joining this side, this is where you'll be adding your strap on this dark line. Okay, once you sew your strap to the back part, then you bring it over to the front part and sew it down to the front dark line. Okay, so now let's go over to the gathers part. From the shoulder to this point is 24. Okay, what we measured out is 24. So now my full length is 60. 60 minus 24, I have 36. So the height of my gathers is 36 inches. Okay, from this point down will be 36 inches. Okay, so now for the length, after you're done sewing your upper part, measure out what you have on this part, measure it round, not on your waistline. Okay, not on your waistline, what you have on this part, this down part, measure it round. Whatever you have, go ahead and times it by 4 or 3 inches. Okay, you can times it by 3 or 4 inches depending on how full you want it to be. Okay, then that will be the length of your gathers, while the height is 36 inches. Okay, I believe you understand what I mean here. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and also share, and see you all in my next video. So bye.